Hey MK3 fam, it's another edition of Walt Disney World related news, cruise edition. All right, so whether you are a cruise aficionado or a novice, if you've ever wanted to take a Disney cruise or you want to take another Disney cruise, then this episode is for you. You might want to pause the video so you can get yourself a pen and a piece of paper and some snacks because I'm about to give you some information including screenshots, okay? So Disney Cruise Line recently released some of their early 2022 itineraries. So I just want to make sure you all have this information. Now, these dates and sailings, they are available to everyone come October 22nd. But if you are a platinum member of Castaway Cay or a Golden Oaks member, you can actually book on October 19th. If you are a gold member, you can start booking on October 20th. And if you are a silver member, which I am, or Disney Vacation Club or Adventures by Disney Insider, you can start booking on October 21st, but Platinum can book on any dates. Excuse me, starting from the 19th on. But as I said, these open up to everyone as of October 22nd. So now is the time if you want to start planning for that 2022 cruise, okay? Okay, so they have it listed by destination. First up, Caribbean, where you can get a 4, 5, 6, or 7 night tropical cruise. Now let's break it down by Western Caribbean. All right, they have the 4 night cruise coming out of Galveston, Texas, starting January on the Disney Wonder ship. Next up, they have another 4 night also on the Disney Wonder, leaving out of New Orleans, and those are starting as of February. Okay, now we're changing gears. We are on the Disney Magic. This is a 5-night cruise. It is leaving out of Miami, and this will be in January. They have dates in February, March, and April listed already. Next up, also on the Disney Magic, is a 5-night cruise coming out of Miami that also has January, February, March, and April dates. Now we are changing ships and we are going over to the Disney Fantasy with a 6-night out of Port Canaveral. All right, back to Disney Wonder, a 6-night out of New Orleans for February, and another 6-night on the Disney Wonder out of New Orleans for February. Changing ships again is the Disney Fantasy with a 7-night out of Port Canaveral with January, February, and March dates. Okay, now we are moving on to the Eastern Caribbean, all right? So I'm not going to go over what these regions are because, like I said, I'm giving screenshots, so you should be able to see where these ships are sailing. All right, we have a 7-night Disney on the Disney Fantasy, leaving out of Port Canaveral with January, February, March, and April dates. Next up, also on the Disney Fantasy, another 7-night, also out of Port Canaveral, and this is just a January and an April date. Okay, and rounding it out, also on the Disney Fantasy, another 7-night out of Port Canaveral, a February date. All right, now they have it listed just strictly the Bahamas. Okay, so we're going to start it off with the 3-night on the Disney Dream, and that has January, February, March, and April dates. Same ship, Disney Dream, another 3-night with January, February, March, and April dates. Now, with the dates, you want to, you know what, I'll save that for a different part. All right, next, we have the Disney Magic. 3 nights out of Miami, and that's a May date. Changing ships, we're on the Disney Dream 4-night out of Port Canaveral with January, February, March, and April dates. Still on the Disney Dream, another 4-night out of Port Canaveral with January and February dates. All right, changing ships, we are on the Disney Magic, a 4-night out of Miami, January, February, March, and April dates. Back onto the Dream, another 4-night out of Port Canaveral, January, February, March, and April dates. Back on the Disney Magic, a 4-night out of Miami, just the February date. Okay, now we're back on the Disney Dream, another 4-night out of Port Canaveral with 2 stops at Disney's Castaway Key. They used to tell you that if you saw the word C-A-Y, that was pronounced Key over in the islands. But so many people have just said K because it looks like K to us that they now call it K. But they used to say Key. And that is a March date. Now, I will say I love Castaway Key. I love it. I love it. I love it. So anytime when I would be able to go to Castaway Key twice, that seems like a good sailing ship. I was trying to say ship, but a good sailing to me. All right. Next up, Disney Magic. This is a 5-night out of Miami. It has January, February, March, and April dates. Still on the Disney Magic, another 5-night out of Miami, an April only date. Changing ships, we are on the Disney Wonder, 6 nights out of Galveston, January only, and another sailing for the Disney Wonder, 6 nights out of New Orleans, February only. Alrighty, now they have what they list as their Baja sailings. Okay, the Disney Wonder 2-night Baja cruise from San Diego, March dates. Still on the Disney Wonder, a 4-night cruise out of San Diego, also just a March date. Still on the Wonder, it looks like all of those are Wonder ships. So it looks like, again on the Wonder, this now is a 4-night, and this is April dates. And then a 5-night on the Wonder with March and April dates. Next up, the Pacific Coast, Disney Wonder, 5 nights out of San Diego, ending in Vancouver. Okay, so that is a repositioning cruise. So basically that means you start out in one location and you end in another location. So whereas with the other sailings that was listed, let's say you started out in Miami, the cruise eventually brought you back to Miami. This is different. You start out in San Diego. When the cruise is over, you are in Canada. Okay? So that's what a repositioning cruise is. All right, next we have what they call the Panama Canal. And this is a 14-night cruise through the Panama Canal. It starts out in New Orleans and it ends in San Diego, California. So that is another repositioning cruise. Next up, Hawaii, which is another repositioning cruise. Oh, that if I didn't say it, it was on the Disney Wonder. So the Hawaii cruise, another repositioning. It is a 10-night out of Vancouver, Canada, and it ends in Honolulu, Hawaii. And they have another 10-night Hawaiian cruise that starts in Honolulu and ends in Vancouver. So that's another repositioning cruise. Oh, and those, I'm sorry, I forgot to say the dates. The Panama cruise is in March. The first Hawaii cruise, where it starts in Vancouver and ends in Honolulu, it's in April. And the return, starting in Honolulu and ending in Vancouver, is in May. So I say all this to say, if this is something that you ever wanted to do, you might want to sit down, talk to your family, maybe do a family reunion, a girls trip, whatever, anniversary, you name it. And there's plenty of people that sail with Disney that don't even have children. Take your grands, whatever it is. 2022 is a ways from now. You got time to plan it out. Get your money right. Do what you got to do. But I wanted you to have this information. All right. So this was my edition of Disney News. Share this channel out. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe. And you guys know what it is. I love my Disney cruise.